This is how you should kick the interview off. I am from Chicago, Illinois. South Side. Grew up a little bit everywhere. The low end, Hunnits. And then as well as Schaumburg, Illinois. A little suburb right outside of Chicago. Poetry. Started writing poetry around junior high, going into high school, just off of projects in school. Then my homie in freshman year out here at Schaumburg gave me like 10 to 15 subjects to write about. Wanted me to be in their group. I had in-school suspension, which is ironic because I never went to school. So when I went, they was like, you suspended for not coming. In-school suspension, I wrote to all 10, 15 concepts, and that's how this shit kicked off. Shit, where do I begin? You got the normal 5 to 6 starters on everybody's team, hypothetically. The Pac, Big, Jay, Nas, M, Andre 3000, Wu-Tang, Black Thought, a lot of mood music back in the day when that was coming out, motherfucking Lupe, a little bit later. So it's just, a lot of Rick Ross, a lot of fucking Rick Ross. I could probably name fucking a lot of people now. Combination of all of that and just experimenting with different styles and being versatile, whether I wanted to get my message across or whether I just wanted to show ability and skill. So it just depends, There's different ways to make a song and format a song, It's like you can say nothing and that shit pop because it's a feeling, you know what I mean? Or you can convey a message, They say Pac ain't the best lyricist, but his influence is up there maybe over everyone because of the message maybe, because of who he was and the influence. But then you got Jay too, so it's just versatility, being able to deliver your message and still say something at the same fucking time. Nobody's perfect, and this new millennial, a lot of motherfuckers is putting on a facade, and I'd rather be real than perfect. They want to paint a perfect life. They want to act like everything is perfect just to get that imagery, you know what I mean? And for me, it's rather be real than perfect. So I'd rather be real. And it stemmed from like a freestyle, I wrote some shit, just getting it off my chest, and it was a bar, in the intro. And from that freestyle, me putting it on Instagram, just putting some out, some motherfucking music out, and or just showing my ability, putting that out, staying relevant. That transitioned into it making the project because of the feedback that I got from it. And then, that's how the snowball effect of all that shit started. Birdman was the first song I wrote for the project. Just came out with the first 2 bars. When the first 2 bars came to me, I was like, well, what if I can continue naming the people that inspired me or what's going on in the culture, whether it be their name, their project, a bar that they said that meant something to me or that just resonated with everyone. And then conceptually, that's how the song transitioned. Once that was, done, I was like, well, what if I can put together an entire body of work, maybe 5 to 7 song EP called No Name, but ironically, I'm dropping all the names and what's going on in the culture, from what inspired me from prior to up until, present time, and shit, maybe even foresee some shit in the future. And obviously what Lil Wayne was going through too. Let's not negate that shit. And there's a such thing as bad business. And there's a such thing as, doing good business. And nobody wants to see like people that inspire you go through that even with or without someone that they're close to, So that shit meant something to me, and yeah, nobody wants to see nobody go through it. And that you take away from the culture, you take away from the music, you take away from the art. If you're doing bad business, the business is the only thing that tops all of that shit. So if Lil Wayne can't put out music for 3 fucking years or 2 years or however long, and he can't be inspired or feel that shit. It's like, that's what the people miss. That's what the culture needs. That's what hip hop needs. That's what rap fucking needs. If I am in creative mode, I'm not listening to anything, and a lot lately I've been in creative mode. I just dropped a project. And I don't want to be like, I don't want to hear styles or subject matter or anybody when I'm in creative mode. Even subconsciously that shit can come out and display, or I'm, a bar or lyric or anything. So when I'm in creative mode, I don't play shit. But outside of that, I'm listening to Kendrick, Cole, Jay-Z, Ross, Pop, Joyner Lucas, shit, I'm waiting on Big Sean. I'm waiting on Big Sean to drop some shit. Looking forward to that project. Looking forward to the next Ross project. So just, it's a variety. JID, I'm fucking with that, So, I fuck with Black Youngster. Not even Black Youngster. What's the nigga name? Yeah, I fuck with Black Youngster, but what's the nigga name? Kodak Black. I fuck with Kodak Black, man. I see in one of his performances, maybe Fallon or something, late night shit. The motherfucker really dove in, you know what I mean? And even still before that, when the shit came on the radio, I was like, this is different. Probably, wasn't for me, and or I wasn't in that zone at the time. I listen to music depending on my mood. If I'm going out, it's gonna be Future, it's gonna be some Jeezy or some shit, or it's gonna be some fucking, some fucking Moneybag Yo. If I'm just waking up, it might be some Cole or, K-Dot or whatever, Big Crit. I listen to Dave East too. That's my nigga, man. I fuck with a lot of Dave East, man. So it just depends on what mood I'm in. What the fuck was I saying on prior? All of them niggas. Outside of them, I want to work with Jill Scott, her, BJ, the Chicago kid. I fuck with Schoolboy Q too. I ain't named that nigga, but I fuck with the nigga 50. I fuck with 50. So I want to work with a lot of niggas, man. A lot of R&B people, man, as well. It ain't about who I don't like. It's more or less like, who I'm not listening to or what's not for me. You know what I mean? To each their own, goddammit. Live and make that shit. Flood that shit. Ain't no rules of this shit. It's motherfucking Wild Wild West, everybody for themselves, or, you got a team. Niggas forget the team movement. Niggas forget about No Limit and, not ASAP do it, Pro Era do it, and, but, the Wu-Tang eras and the No Limits and the business models and, it's strength in numbers, man, and coming from Midwest Chicago, a lot of niggas is just in a cesspool, man, and crabs in a fucking barrel, I'm trying to eat crabs with my niggas, so, and spread bread and everybody get a piece of the pie and nobody's fucking greedy, but certain areas, man, when you coming up, whether it be your best friend, whether it be an enemy, motherfuckers always want to see you prevail or do better than them, and they might wish you well, but they don't want to see you do better than them, man. That's an unfortunate situation. That's why when niggas make it, they don't even fucking stay where they at. They go to another environment, man. Where niggas is, and then to be strangers too. Let's touch on that. Strangers will support you. Strangers, a stranger, man, change your life or be there for you before niggas you didn't gave your last to, man. You had $20, a motherfucker needed 15, you gave him 15. Them niggas ain't nowhere around. To inspire, to influence. My homie told me that where do I go? Helped him get through a tough time in his life and going through a relationship and just overall. When you hear that you touch someone's life and it helped them, that's what it's all about, man. And obviously, to be considered with the greats on somebody's Mount Rushmore, so, yeah, man. Some pussy or coke? No, I don't do coke, and I don't pay for pussy, but I do pussy. Or it does me sometimes. Bitches be trying to fuck you, but I would buy my mother a crib, make sure my auntie has the best, my auntie Beverly has the best medical care along with my uncle. Just make sure my family's good, make sure my team's good, change some lives. Obviously my daughter doesn't come last in the equation, make sure she's straight. And, you know, give back to the community. Make, you know, if I have Akon money, Jay-Z money, fucking buy a community for the homeless, build some schools, pay teachers the right salaries, make sure the kids have the essentials they need to go to school that they ain't worried about outside of those boundaries, you know, or that they would have to worry about outside of those boundaries. And build hospitals. So if I got, you know, that long fucking bread, build hospitals, man, free care, like give free medical care to people that need it, man. Situations around me, you know, if it can either be I heard Ross remake a beat or do a remix to a song, and I'm like, damn, I can do that, and let me try to up it a notch. You know, that might inspire me, or you know, just a situation, or just something organically coming from me. You know, it could be anything. It's too many nuances for me to just name one. You know, it could be a collaboration. You know, as a motherfucker want to pay me to get on a feature, which I'm open. I'm taking features right now. You know what I mean? At the DM.